Salute, salute, salute. Let's talk about some boxing. So, Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis supposed to be fighting in April. Now, to keep it simple, people say Tank's going to knock out Ryan Garcia, but it's not going to be easy. And to be honest with you, I echo that. You know what I'm saying? Now, anything can happen in boxing. Let me repeat. Anything can happen in boxing. Ryan Garcia has a puncher's chance. A hell of a puncher's chance. Because Ryan Garcia has speed. And he has knockout power. With one punch. Phantom punches. And he got a great body shot attack when he's fighting against somebody, I feel like, at a certain stature, certain height. You talk about the height of Gervonta Tank Davis, and he's trying to get down low and load up on a body shot to Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't think that's going to happen, but it is a possibility that in his training of him working on all these body shots, it might put that punch right there in the perfect placement for Gervonta Tank Davis's chin. Possibly, but I doubt it, and I don't see that. Plus, I believe Gervonta Tank Davis can probably take a hell of a punch. But it's going to be interesting to see if he can take that punch from Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, the way I look at this fight is or should I say Ryan Garcia, Kid Flash, King Ryan. He has to be dressed down in defense in order to win against Gervonta Tank Davis. And he has some glaring deficiencies in his defense. Against Tank, I think some people speculate that he might be able to compensate for some of those deficiencies because of his physical attributes, his length, his height, you know what I'm saying, his advantages, the way he leans back. If he works behind his jab, then he should be like Elliot Ness, untouchable, right? But we know that Gervonta Tank Davis has his career fought taller, longer guys with those type of advantages, and they were not able to succeed. The only difference is they didn't have the total package of Ryan Garcia's speed and power and height and reach. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at Ryan Garcia, his deficiencies, and I'm thinking of Coach Calvin Ford, and they coming up with a game plan, and they probing the defense, trying to find weak points. Are they studying his armor and they trying to find weak spots in his armor? And he has several different glaring deficiencies. My thing is this, though. When you have several different glaring deficiencies, you have to have 7 different game plans to exploit those deficiencies, which could still put you in a position where you're not properly prepared, right? I think it's a little bit differently when you're fighting a guy like Rolly Romero. Even though Rolly Romero presented a lot of issues because he was somewhat awkward, it's hard to train. It's hard to look good against a guy like Rolly Romero because he's just a wild, awkward fighter. So it's hard to look good. And Gervonta Tank Davis looked good against a weird, awkward, almost no style, no technique type of a fighter who has power and strong and, you know what I'm saying, and wildness. To be able to tame somebody that's wild and knock them out in a punch that is clean and, you know what I'm saying, glaring and polarizing, that's impressive. Now, Ryan Garcia, he doesn't have that complete wild style of Rolly Romero. He has a kind of a decent style, but he's not dressed up and down in defense. His defense is mainly his offense and his speed, his reflexes, you know what I'm saying? And he can move, like when he's working that little cobra bag, pop, 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 he knows how to kind of, you know what I'm saying, rotate and block with his shoulder here and there and lean back here and there. But his chin is never tucked in. And he's never really bending at the waist and really being able to roll punches. You know what I'm saying? And he is flat-footed. So I think, he has some artillery that he's going to be firing that's going to be dangerous for Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is going to have to navigate through that minefield. But once he figures out those several different paths that he has to take that can put him at his destination, which is landing a powerful shot on Ryan Garcia's chin or breaking him down to the body. Once he figure out those different paths, I think Gervonta Tank Davis is just that type of a fighter that once he feels Ryan Garcia's punch, and once Ryan Garcia starts to get comfortable, you know what I'm saying, he's just going to lull him into a big shot or a couple of big shots. It's going to be, to me, Ryan Garcia is if you take the combination of Gervonta Tank Davis's fighters, mainly Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Rolly Romero, Leo Santa Cruz, and who's that last guy? Not Hector Garcia. Who was I thinking? Mario Barrios. When you take the height of Mario Barrios, the reach of Mario Barrios, when you take the speed of Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and when you take the power of Rolly Romero, then to me, you take those three guys and you pretty much got a Ryan Garcia. So when you fought those three guys, you already kind of developed a blueprint to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, you know, his blueprint to fighting a small, short southpaw, Javier Fortuna, who's older and out of shape when he fought him. That last dude he fought, Emmanuel Tago, short guy. But to me, Emmanuel Tago, even though he really was on his bicycle and just ran and ran and ran and ran, he still exposed some of Ryan Garcia's deficiencies, even in his offense, not being able to cut the ring off properly and trap his guy and stop his guy. And you're talking about, if you take Emmanuel Tago and combine that with Javier Fortuna, and then combine that maybe with Luke Campbell, you don't get a Gervonta Tank Davis. You don't get anything nowhere near as close as a Gervonta Tank Davis. So Ryan Garcia is going to be on the biggest stage, the biggest show, with the biggest fight in front of him. He's going to have a puncher's chance, and I'm not taking anything away. And I'm just saying this to me is not a 50-50 fight. This is more of an 80-20 fight, leaning towards Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, of course, I could be wrong. This is hypothetical. This is just my assimilation of, you know what I'm saying, running through different ways this fight can go down. But when I look at it, I see Gervonta Tank Davis probably knocking Ryan Garcia down. Ryan Garcia does have the heart to get back up. You know what I'm saying? He proved that with Luke Campbell. Mario Barrios got knocked down by Tank and got back up. But what happened? He got knocked down again. And he got knocked down again. And then he almost got knocked down again. So can Ryan Garcia get up 2 times? 3 times? You know what I'm saying? Will Ryan Garcia, if he get hit the way Hector Garcia got hit, where he lost a little bit of consciousness and start to feel like he was losing his ability to see correctly, does Ryan Garcia have that kind of heart, that kind of guile? Like I said, I think he has to be dressed up and down in defense, and I don't think he has the ability to put on. I don't think Ryan Garcia has the ability to put on that armor of defense and carry that shield of defense and still be able to use his weapons the same way that he's used to using his weapons against other opponents. Therefore, I see Ryan Garcia losing this fight. That's my thoughts, nocturnal thoughts. Salute, salute, salute. If you're new, subscribe, thumbs up, leave me a comment. Appreciate you. I'm gone. Bow, bow.